folks, a very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whom everyone watching a different sort of time period. I literally welcome you all to this another video session. So if you are new to this channel, please do a subscription to this channel, like the channel, share the channel as soon as possible for getting the latest update regarding any cyber affairs. So in this video analysis, we'll be having a discussion on what is OSI model and its basic importance and introduction of that, and probably you will get an idea on how actually it works, where actually it works, and its regular updation. Okay, so those all things we'll be covering in this, and probably we will have an understanding regarding how actually it works. Okay, so I hope you will definitely enjoy the session till the end and get the latest update regarding any cyber attacks. So let us discuss about the introduction to the OSI model. So what is an OSI model? See, so OSI model is an open system interconnection model. Okay, it's a conceptual framework used to understand how different networking protocols and also the technology interacts. So it consisting of 7 layers. So each layer has a different functionalities that basically enables the communication between the devices. Okay, so this is how actually it works, folks. Okay, physical layer comes under bits. It may be media, signal, and binary transmission. Then after data link, so data link layer or physical addressing, or we can say MAC or LLCs. It's a framework. Then after packets, okay, communication packets. So network, path determination and logical addressing, or I can say IP. Okay, it comes under what, networking. Then after the segment is another segment is the data unit is segments, and it comes under transport. So end-to-end connections and reliabilities, that all comes under what, segments. Then after data, so three kinds of data that comes under play. One is session, presentation, and application. Okay, session, presentation, and what, application. Okay, so when you discuss about the presentation, right? So application, presentation, and session. So session, it comes under what, inter-host communication. Then after it comes under what, data. Presentation is all about data representation and encryption. Okay, it comes under what, data. Application, it comes under network process to applications. Okay, so this all comes under what, the application layer of data communication. Okay, so this is how actually the interface looks like, folks. About the bits, it may comes under physical, framework, data link, packets, network, segment, transport, and three kind of data, that is application, presentation, and session. So whenever you are being in interview, right, so I request you, please do not hesitate to answer the things properly. Again, another thing, please try to explain each layer in the form of your explanation, how you understand each layer. It may be a physical layer, or it may be a data link layer, or it may be a network layer. Try to expand your answer, try to explain in details, make a study, make a case study, make real life example of that. See, why I'm saying is that I've been failed. Yes, you are hearing it right. I have failed in an interview, or we can say rejected interview because of common mistake I have did. One is I haven't gone through what actually the company is. I haven't learned about the basic interview or basic questions comes under this, the through which I have been failed. Yes, I can frankly say, because see, so whenever you learn the things, you cannot able to articulate the things properly, so through which you might be facing some hurdles, you might be facing some difficulties to conceptualize the things and to have an in-depth knowledge on that. Okay, unless and until you do not have an in-depth knowledge on how actually the things are working, where actually the things are working, it will be very 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 difficult for you to have an idea on that. So probably you must and should have to make your foundation much more stronger, your base much more stronger, to get an awareness about what the things are happening in our real life scenarios, whether it may be iOS model or it may be OSI model. Okay, so do not get confused. iOS is all about Android systems. Okay, iOS model. Okay, that comes under Apple devices. Okay, but here it is different, folks. It comes under networking. network communication. The first layer of communication is all about physical layer. So what actually a physical layer is and its regular importance. So physical layer is all about data transmissions. Because why it happens is that, so physical layer, what actually it does is, folks, see, physical layer is a responsible for the transmission and reception of raw data between devices. Okay, again I let me take my pen to explain. So physical layer, what it does is that it is responsible for transmission of recipient and the raw data between the devices. Okay, so deals with what electrical and mechanical specifications and the interface and transmission of the medium. Okay, mechanical interface. Okay, this is how actually the data transfer basically occurs. So see, I have in this block you can understand how actually it works. Antenna mapping, data transmission, just view an example of how actually data transmission occurs. Medium of transmissions. So what are the different mediums of transmission when it comes for physical layer? It may be optical fiber cables, copper cables, wire, or we can say a wireless transmission are different part of what physical layer. Because why it happens is that they provides the meaning, okay, to transmit the data signals of the network. Okay, then after network cables. So understanding the types and the capabilities of network cables is basic essential for comprehend the physical layers roles in data transmissions. Okay, so this is how actually it comes under what network layer of communication, or we can even say medium of transmission. Data link layer. So data link layer is all about what error detection, MAC address, and frame delimiting. So the data link layer basically ensures an error-free transmission of data over the physical layer. Why it happens is that it detects and also to corrects the error. Okay, that basically makes an error in the physical layer. Okay, then after MAC addresses. So each devices on the network has a media access control, or even we can say MAC address. Okay, so which is used by what? Which is used by data link layer for identifying the devices on the same set of network. Frame delimiting. So data frames are basically used to delimit the starts and also end of each frame. Okay, allowing the devices to synchronize the communication and also to avoid the data collisions. Okay, so that's all comes under what data link layer. Okay, it may be our error detection, MAC addresses, or frame delimiting. Coming to the third layer, that is all about network layer. So network layer is about routing, IP addresses, and packet switching. So network layer is responsible for what? Routing packets from the sources to the destination. Okay, using what? Using logical addressing and also routing algorithms. Okay, so devices on the network are identified using what? Identified using MAC address, or we can say IP addresses at the network layer. Okay, basically enabling them to communicate with each other over the set of internet. Okay, so that's comes in what? IP addresses. Okay, packet switching. So network layer protocol, okay, uses packet switching, okay, to effectively or efficiency, or we can say effectively forward data packets to their intended destination across multiple networks. Okay, so that's how actually the packet switching works. Okay, then after segmentation, or we can say it comes under what? Transport layer. Segmentation, the transport layer segment data from the upper layer into the manageable unit for, we can say, transmission and also for resemble them upon arrival at the destination. Okay, so end-to-end connection, it provides an end-to-end communication between the source and also the destination host, ensuring the reliable and also ordered delivery of the data also, we can say. Okay, See how actually it works. HTTP or TLS. Okay, transport or you can say segmentation. Okay, so transport session, transport network, IP data link. So this comes in our session layer. Then after application alerts, chains, sec, handshakes, fragmentations, comprehension, integrity, authenticity, encryption. Then after end-to-end encryption, how actually work, Ethernet interface, security. So these all comes under the transport layer and its interferences. Session layer 1 and 2, establishing the session or establishment of session and data transfer. So the session layer establishes and maintains the synchronization and the interaction between the communication system, including and also for managing the dialogue control. Data transfer, it allows the interference or exchange of data between different processes, okay, running on different devices. Okay, session layer protocol that basically manage the data streams and also and also ensures the data integrity, okay, during the set of transmissions. Okay, so that how actually the data transfer basically works with presentation layer. So encryption and decryption. The presentation layer is what is basically responsible for encrypting, decrypting, and also for compromising or compressing the data for secure and effective transmission between the application format. Data formatting is all about it. It basically involves in transforming data into a format. Okay, so that the application layer can eventually understand and also ensuring the compatibility between the different set of systems. Then after coming to the seventh, that is all about application protocol interface, user interface, application development. Those all comes under what application layer and its importance. So you all know, you all have an access to applications. You can understand much more how actually you secure your application, how actually you clean your authentications, how actually you formulate your applications. That's all specific set of interface you have accesses, right? So this is all about today's analysis, folks, regarding the introduction to OSI model and its importance.